Thank you. Thank you for giving me the honor of speaking today. I would like to start by talking about F.I.R.S.T Institute, where creativity meets career. F.I.R.S.T Institute has the mission of preparing each student for an entry-level position in whatever field they selected. And I know that in the audio program, we got just that. We're able to start by exploring and learning about how the softwares work, the DAWs. We then moved into a recording studio with hundreds of knobs and buttons and learned how to use all of those to record live artists. We then moved into a digital studio where we learned how to do Foley, do sound effects for movies, record dialogue. And then when we learned that, we moved into a class where we got to learn some about advanced audio techniques like mixing and mastering. And as if that wasn't enough, we ended our school year with learning how to set up, run, and take down a live event, a live show. And so I remember when I was applying for the school, there was a few questions that we had to answer, and one of them was, why do you want to come to F.I.R.S.T? And I liked the idea that it was a one-year program. And I had put in my answer that I wanted to learn what was important to my field without all the fluff. And I think that this school delivered just that. They gave us a really amazing foundation and taught us everything that was relevant to our fields. And so now for the next chapter. Today we're graduating and embarking on something new in our lives. And moving forward, I'd like us to consider three things. First, follow your passion. Even if you want to make money, still follow your passion in life, because all the work you'll do will be enjoyable. And just to give you a little anecdote in my life, many years ago, maybe 12 years ago, I was extremely passionate about dancing. And because I loved it so much, I took classes and I started doing performances, and I would take any opportunity that came my way. And I did a lot of charity events, so I did a lot of work for free, let's say. I even started some videos to inspire people to dance that took hours and hours of editing. But it was all worth it because I loved it and I enjoyed it. And then, a separate event, I got a call from a little casting agency that was doing normally background work, so people who, like extras, people who work in the background in movies. And they actually called for a main role for a dancer for this commercial. And to make a long story short, I got the part. And I worked for maybe 30 minutes in front of a green screen to produce, so that they would be able to repurpose that shot. And for the next 5 years, I got royalty checks in the mail because that commercial became super successful, and I made, let's say, over $100,000. And it's not to show a number, but just to prove that if you're passionate about something, I used to think I got so lucky, but it wasn't luck. I was so passionate about what I was doing that I had given so much that it was only natural that it would flow backwards and that I would receive from it. So follow your passion, and it will give you everything you want. Second, remember that everything you've learned this year will come in handy one day. We're young, but we have many years to come in our lives, and life has a way of, twisting and turning, and you never know how 10 years from now you'll be able to use something you've learned this year, and it will maybe be a turning point in your life. I don't know if you guys know the story about Steve Jobs, but before Apple was so great, so popular, he had taken a calligraphy class. And it was that class that inspired him to make Apple so personal, to do all of those fonts and make it so personal. I can't take the word out. Personal. You get what I mean, right? Personalizable. So just like him, he had taken a class years back, and then when he needed an idea, that came to him, and he was able to make Apple into what it is today. So same for us. Everything that you invest in terms of education, you eventually use. Nothing is wasted. Even if you don't go and work in your field right away, just know that it's something of value you've invested in. And lastly, have the intention that your work benefits others. Not only will you not have regrets, but it will shape your mindset, it will shape your actions, your relationships, the events and their outcomes, and it's just a really nice intention to have. So finally, the school has prepared us. So the school has prepared us so far, so now let's start making energetic progress towards our goals. Let's be passionate and move forward from there. Let's make this class's legacy the class that produced the most happy and accomplished people. Let's make them show our pictures when they take new students on the school visits and show the alumni that became successful. Let's do that. And in conclusion, thank you so much. I'd like to express some gratitude to Alan and Danny for creating the school and being perseverant with it. I'd love to express gratitude and thank everybody who helped us enroll. There's a lot of paperwork involved. Thank you to the staff for making the school a really friendly and safe environment. Thank you for the teachers. Thank you for the teachers who've spent so many hours with us and have been really compassionate, kind, caring, patient, and really amazing and knowledgeable. Thank you to the program directors who've always showed care for us and always supported us. Thank you to you, friends and families who have encouraged us, supported us, and even endured us this entire year. And I'd also like to already be grateful for the opportunities to come. Thank you.